word innovating meaning throwing away your energy. To be energized is stop wasting energy. To be energized, full of energy, is stop just wasting it unnecessarily. All right? Number one way to stop wasting it unnecessarily. Cleanliness. Cleanliness. That meaning outside and on the inside. Outside being what? Washing your skin with pure water or soft water. Soft water is not hard water with a bunch of mineral baths, salt baths, like you go to the hydropathic schools and with the mud they putting all over you and stuff like that. That's unnecessary. Your skin is an organ of itself. It's an organ. The biggest organ there is. But it does not need all this, you say this hygiene material you get from, what's the, some of the Mary Kay or all of that. Oh, yeah, you don't need that type of things, you know. Right. You don't need Maybelline and all of them. All they doing is pretty much palliating the outside of the body. Just like doctors palliate the inside of the body with their drugs and stuff like that. But all you need to do is make sure your nails, your hair, behind your ears, in your ears, and stuff like that clean. Alright? With pure water. Once you change, I know a lot of people say, I need soap. Oh, I smell some people, boy, they be so funky, they need more, they need to dip themselves in some acid. But they won't be like that if they start living by the, I'm going to use the word that science uses, biological laws of life, or physiological laws. If we live by those, there's no such thing as funk and filth coming off our body, because our body will be sweet and pure. Because the insides of our fluids, our lymph fluid, our blood would be pure. If those are pure, there's no need for funk to come from up on our arms or to be coming from out of our mouth. We wouldn't need the fluoride toothpaste. We don't need fluoride, period. That's right. And we're going to talk about that probably if I have a chance to. But cleanliness, inside and out. So we have our inside cleansed by what? Our pure lymphatic fluid, lymph fluid, which is the lymphatic system is what keeps your body clean, pure. It's like the sweeper. It's every cell of the body. It's what takes the food from your lacteals in your intestines. I don't want to get too scientific, but it takes it from the intestines and dumps it into the thoracic and the subclavian duct, where it can provide the blood with the materials it needs to go and renew the body. And you have Lowe's bringing their material. We know Lowe's have what? New material, right? Right. We know that this place is going to be built up good, but if they had got say that they tore down another library and they say they just wanted to move it over here, they just putting up used material back over here. But say that they've been using other stuff from other houses that they were tearing down, or just using whatever material that they could find. Would this be a sound, beautiful building? Not at all. It would be trashy. Matter of fact, if they didn't use the brick all the way around, say they wanted to use some straw every now and then, because they didn't want to use brick. Say they just want to use some dirt. This place probably would fall apart as soon as they put it together. Yourself out of sound material. And that's what the blood runs around everything. When you eat something, say that you eat an apple. This apple is not even a, because a lot of people try to say that we act on certain foods that we eat. Well, they say that the food act on us. But we notice that nothing acts on the body. The body acts on it. If the body is not even ready to receive you eating an apple, it's going to hurt your stomach. Or you might throw it back up. Or it might be pushed on through your intestines really quick and you have the diarrhea. Your body will let you know when you're hungry. But we don't know what hunger is anymore. Because we are always told what? To eat 3 meals a day and the snack in between meals. So have we ever felt hunger? No. Because we think hunger is where? In the belly. That rumbling. that tumbling. Oh, God, I'm hungry here. That's not hunger, that's irritation. That's your stomach like, oh, God, I don't know what's going on in here. To be hunger, you're going to feel it in your throat and in your mouth. Just like you thirst. You feel it thirsty. Look at the dog. When he around there hungry, he was slobbering out the mouth like a king. You heard it before. You see when they do if you wait and feel true hunger. But true hunger comes from the mouth and throat. It's not that irritation going on here, because you notice sometimes after you get finished eating, you still have the irritation. Are you still hungry? Makes no sense there. But that's what we're told. We're given that medical mentality to believe those types of things. And that's because we've been taught from birth, when we came in here with this clean slate, we've been taught by these doctors to believe everything that they tell us. We've been told by the preachers that sit up there in the pulpit, hey, believe everything I tell you. We've been told by those teachers that we go and leave our kids to for 8 hours a day, just sitting in the chair with no movement, to believe everything that they tell us. So what are we to know? Everything they tell us. Like I said, we're just like that computer. That brain is just like a computer. Whatever is put in it is the only thing that's going to come out of it.
Right.
You know? So you got to be careful what you're putting in your brain. Cleanliness. Next thing we're going to say is pure air. You got a black one in there? Pure air. We know that the body can only use oxygen for breathing. Try to go and breathe something else, you might be dead in less than a couple of minutes. Try it. Go suck on a tailpipe of a car and see if you're able to breathe and live and tell us about it. You're not going to be able to tell us that. Thank you, brother. You're not going to be able to come back and tell us how the outcome was. We're going to read about you in the newspaper. All right? You got to get fresh air, but a lot of people don't know this. They sit up in the room smoking their cigarettes and leaving this in the house, not letting no air come in there, smoking whatever else you're smoking in there. But you smoking, or you sitting in the house just spraying Lysol all over the place, or you have the Febreze just spraying all in the house and all kind of things. You got the heater, the gas heater in there. You have your stove on all day long. All that's toxic to the body. Because we got what? The windows shut down. We got the shades shut down. We have the curtains on the wall. And they tell us, hey, don't open that window at night. It'll kill you that night out, that damn night out. But there's people out there working all night. Is that not superstition talk? You walk outside yourself. Think how many times you've been outside. Did you catch your death out there? You know, even tell you don't be out there playing in the rain. We did that when we was young all day long. Did anybody ever die from it out there running and playing in the rain? They even got a song up, singing in the rain. Well, they can do it. Why can't we? You know, but they telling us not to do that type of stuff. That was the first way to get a shower. That's the best way to get a shower. You don't have to worry about paying Chatham County water bill. You know, you can let God water you down. You know, but pure air and pure water. That's the next thing. We're gonna go ahead with pure water next. Yeah, pure water. You know, we think now that we can drink so many sodas, we can drink juice all day long, tea, all these things. But we got to realize the body can only use H2O. That's the only thing it can utilize, H2O. What is H2O? Water. There's 3 ways you can get water into your body. You can get water by actually drinking it. You can get it from the foods that you eat, like in the case of orange or pineapple or something like that. Notice they're real juicy, or grapes or something like that. Really juicy, plenty of water in them. Matter of fact, that's the best water to drink, because it's distilled by nature. It rain first, and then go up the tree and go through all its fibers and be cleansed, and then go into the fruit itself. Next way, a lot of people don't understand, it's scientific, but any byproduct of digestion causes hydrogen in your body. And when you breathe in oxygen, those two bind together, producing H2O, water. All right? Now, that's those three ways. But however, your body can only use H2O. So when you add these vitamin waters you get from the store, 50-50, you got the vitamin water out there, your body cannot utilize that. You have to first clean out all that 50-50 out of it and get it just back to H2O. So your body had to waste a bunch of energy to clean out this 50-50. When you drink coffee, your body has to waste time on cleaning out all this bitter stuff, all this sugar you put in there, all this cream. Is wasting energy doing that. Now it's back to pure water. Now it can utilize it. But look how much energy it had to waste doing so. Same thing with the tea, with the sodas, all this. The body can only use distilled water. Pure distilled water. That's the best water. I don't care if they say about some vitamin water, spring water, or any other kind of Himalayan water and all that stuff. It's useless. Your body cannot use stuff that's inorganic. If you can use the minerals of the oceans and stuff like that, why can't we just go out there and just eat the rocks off the ground? Our body cannot use inorganic material. It got to be sensitized by plants, the plant kingdom. They got to utilize that soil. If we could go straight to the soil, why do we have to eat the plant? We can't do that. We have to wait till the plant sensitizes those elements that we need to utilize. All right? Now, I'm going to go on to the next thing. We're going to say, adequate sunlight. Notice how we usually stay up all night partying in the clubs, in the bars, drinking, smoking still, messing up pure water and pure air. Yeah. But we get up the next morning around about 12 or 1, we done missed most of the sun. All right? And most of us, in the house, we still, like I said, have the shades and the blinds on. I need my house dark. It's going to mess up my carpet. It's going to fade my couch. Stuff like that. But we need this stuff on us. We waste so much coal. Think about it now. If we go back to the origin of mankind, and that's told by being what? Adam and Eve. They was in the garden. They was never given a cup. They was never given a plate. Nobody gave them a fork, a knife. They didn't even have a cup to drink. So where did they get their water from? They didn't have clothes on them. Remember at the end, when they disobeyed, he made clothes for them to put on. They didn't know they was naked. They was out in the fresh air, getting adequate sunlight. The air was hitting their body. They didn't have no toxic relationships. They didn't have nothing to worry about. They didn't have to pay no bills. They didn't have to worry about nobody coming in the house like the news tell us, that somebody's going to come in there and kill us and have us scared to walk out the door, have us where we have to have an alarm system, where we got to have billions of guns in the house. They didn't have to worry about that type of stuff. But that's always on our mind because that's what we're being taught. That's what we're being told. So we can buy their stuff. The milk people tell you what? Milk does a body good. That you need milk. It's going to make you big and strong. Well, where all these big and strong people at? Because there's so many people using milk now. I see no one big and strong. So what is their milk doing? Milk is killing us. And we can talk about that too. First of all, why it got to be cow milk that's going to make us big and strong? I had a client the other day called me and said that her child was at the hospital from dealing with constipation. I was like, wow. And you didn't call me? It was like, no, the other doctor that I had took her off of breast milk and put her on some Gerber soy something. And I was like, you did that and didn't call me? She was like, yeah, my parents have been telling me I need to do this and that. I was like, wow, and you see what happened, what they told you, right? And she was saying that the doctor told her not to use her breast milk. It would cause constipation. How? And who was listening to that? You're going to tell me my own breast milk I produce for my babies is not sufficient enough. And I need to use the stuff in the can that's synthetic.